everyone, and welcome to Richmond for the Toyota Care 350. Today, getting ready for 38 laps of Richmond. Last race was Rockingham. Now we're getting for another one of the shorter tracks. Starting on pole today is Matt Tifft, one of the rookies, and starting second is Eric Jones. In third will be Daniel Suarez, and fourth is Kurt Busch. Fifth is Ryan Blaney. Sixth is Chase Elliott. That's a command to fire the engine. Seventh, Benedetto. Eighth is Wallace. Ninth, Johnson. 10th, Harvick. 11th is Bowman. 12th is Bowyer. 13th is Keselowski, 14th Klingerman, 15th is Preece, 16th is Kyle Busch, 17th Larson, 18th is Truex, 19th is going to be Ty Dillon, 20th Chris Buescher, 21st Denny Hamlin, 22nd Berryhill, 23rd Earnhardt, 24th Byron, 25th Logano, and rounding out the field in 26th is Eric Almirola. Pace car peels into pit road here as we're getting ready for 38 laps at Richmond. And we are green. Suarez already going for a 3-wide move for the lead into turn 1. Chaotic opening lap here at Richmond as always. Daniel Suarez comes in from the third position with a really good jump on the restart to take the lead. 3 wide there deeper in the field. Kurt Busch and DiBenedetto making a little bit of contact, as well as Jones. That is Bubba Wallace stuck in the middle of 3 wide as well. He's trying to get out of that jam in the middle. And he will clear Chase Elliott. Brad Keselowski, another car also stuck in the middle of 3. Not really much for him to be able to do, as he's just going to start bouncing off those other cars. Still stuck in the middle of 3 wide. The midfield's pretty close, but the leader Suarez is pulling away, as Chase Elliott tried to get to the inside of Wallace to make it possibly 3 wide. Keselowski riding the bumper of Chase Elliott into turn 3. Wallace to make it 3 wide. He looks on the inside of Jones. He will get to... Oh, he almost turned himself across the nose of Larson. And he gets into the middle of 3 wide. Trying to make a move on Eric Jones. Meanwhile, Suarez continuing to lead with Blaney now in second. Ooh, Johnson goes up the track. I think he might have gotten moved by the 88. Down the front stretch. Blaney trying to chase down the 41. He seems to be catching a little bit. Bowman is clear for 4th. And will get up into that position. Wallace has cleared Jones for... Oh, and there's a crash! Kevin Harvick in the wall hard, as well as the 24 of Byron. Hamlin involved, as well as Bowyer. Caution will come out. First caution of the day. As 4 cars in the wall hard took a big hit here at Richmond. And almost head-on for Byron. He will come to pit road to retire the car, it seems. Yep, Byron to pit road. Let's get a look at what in the world just happened. So the start of the crash was with Bowyer's. Klingerman tries to make a move here, and Bowyer just moves down a little bit. Gets into Byron. Byron gets turned up the track into Harvick, and a big hit for those guys. Klingerman gets a piece of it. Hamlin left with nowhere to go. He rear-ends Bowyer. I think Buescher might have gotten slapped on the right side as well. Tough break for those guys. Harvick, I believe, was actually one of the championship contenders, and he got taken out in that crash. Now going to live, Byron retires from the race. Surprisingly, Harvick, Bowyer, and Hamlin did not pit for repairs or anything. They stayed out on the track with those damaged cars. And we will return to green flag racing in just a couple laps. Preparing to go green at Richmond. On lap 11 of 38, Byron the only car out of the race. Suarez prepares to lead us to green flag. He's been leading since lap number 1. Pace car pulls onto pit road. Suarez to the green. Back underway. Gets a really good jump on Ryan Blaney, who does not get going very well. Heading off into turn number 1. Ooh, Truex almost just dumped Preece off the corner there. That was pretty close. Field's bunching up behind. Here comes DiBenedetto to the inside of Blaney for second. Side by side for that position, DiBenedetto looks like he's going to win out this battle. Well, Blaney's still trying to fight around the outside. But DiBenedetto has the preferred inside line in turns 3 and 4, and he clears Blaney for second. And Bowman is going to try to make a move for third. Kurt Busch up the track there. Here comes Jeffrey Earnhardt to the inside in the 33. Kurt, ooh, you got a little loose on entry. Excuse me. Anyways, 33 of Jeffrey Earnhardt makes the pass. Here comes Logano on the 33. A lot of close, scary racing in the midfield. DiBenedetto still haven't been able to track down that 41. Despite Dibby seeming quite fast, he has not been able to catch that car and make the move. Bowyer is really off pace right now. Which could spell trouble for Suarez, the leader, in a few laps, just not right now. Here comes Bowman to look for the inside lane in turns 1 and 2 on DiBenedetto for second. Side by side down into turn 3. DiBenedetto almost cleared him, but it's not quite enough, and it looks like Bowman will have the second spot, and he does. Blaney gonna go to try and make the pass and regain third position. Ooh, Truex was all over the bumper that 12 off turn number 2. Blaney is there on the inside. He probably will clear the 95 here off turn 4. He does. Truex now will have a chance to make the move on the 95. He is side by side with him entering 1. Truex almost cleared off turn number 2, but not quite fast enough. Truex really seems to have a fast car. The fastest lap right now has been set by Larson. Truex really quick right now. Bowyer is really close to the leaders right now. Well, not too close. But they might be getting there. Couple cars going side by side. Kevin Harvick on the outside holding up Brad Keselowski with his damaged race car. Bowman trying to track down Suarez. He is catching that 41 very quickly. Truex seems to be really fast on the long run as the laps of this race are winding down. But the thing is, catching is one thing, passing is another. Suarez continues to lead. Couple of side-by-side cars in the midfield right now. Well, Logano might try to stick his nose in there 3 wide. Nope, unable to do it. And he's also going to have Jimmy Johnson on his inside. Kyle Busch all over the back bumper of DiBenedetto, who is fading extremely quickly on the long run. That car is not set up well for the long run. It looks like it's intended for a short run. As you can see, it is dropping back. He is dropping back immensely on the long run. Ooh, Kurt Busch almost turned the 43 of Wallace off turn 4. He was riding the back bumper of that 43 and almost hooked him into the grass. He is really all over the back bumper of that STP Chevy. But he hasn't actually made a move yet. He looks to the inside now entering turn 1. Meanwhile, for the lead, Bowman has caught Suarez, but he has been unable to make a pass. The leaders have about 7 seconds of a gap to Bowyer, and they're catching around 7/10 a lap, so they might catch him in time. Blaney rides the bumper of Bowman into turn number 3. Can't complete the pass. Bowman keeps second. Suarez is just bad fast this race. He made the pass on the leaders, Matt Tifft, on the very first corner into turn number 1, and has held the lead since. Here comes Ryan Blaney trying to make the move on Bowman. He gets to the inside. Blaney to try and retake P2. 10 to go. Bowyer starting to become audible from the cameras focused on the leaders. Blaney moves into the second position. He's running faster than Suarez. Truex also seems really quick on the long run. He's looking for a move on Bowman. Can't complete it. Larson stuck up on the high side there. Still nothing going on yet, though. Truex to try and make the move on Bowman. He seems to be another car that's falling off towards the end of the run. He's dropped back a couple positions and might go back down another. No, he stays in 4th. Blaney's still trying everything he can to catch Suarez, but it looks unlikely that he'll be able to make the pass. Unless the lap car of Bowyer gets caught in time and holds up Suarez enough. Truex is on a hot streak right now. He's catching and is going to go to the inside for second. Can Truex possibly make the move at the end of this race to pass and win this Richmond race? The other cars are definitely falling off on the long run, a 10th or so slower than they have been in the past 2 or 3 laps. But Truex doesn't seem to be falling off. If there's a caution now, the race is over, and Suarez would be the winner. And Bowyer is gonna probably be caught before this race ends. 3 more here at Richmond. Bowman trying to make the pass. Suarez is falling off slightly on the long run, but Truex isn't. And lap traffic is also gonna play a factor. Can Suarez hang on? There's 2 laps left here at Richmond. Truex seems to maybe be falling off, though, as well. He lost a 10th on his previous lap. Bowyer might be in the way on the very final lap. Suarez is trying to change his line to get by that 14. Last lap. Suarez to make the pass on Bowyer. Truex trying everything he can, but it will not be enough. Suarez will go and lead every lap to win at Richmond. After taking the lead into turn 1, lap 1, Suarez wins at Richmond. Second will be Truex, who put on one heck of a late race charge. Third place will be Bowman. Fourth, Blaney. And fifth will be Ty Dillon with a late race recovery as well. A couple long run cars making up positions at the end of that race. And let's look at post-race standings. Points after that race. Next race will be the Homestead Road Course, one of the new races this season. So Joey Logano continues to lead the point standings after Harvick's woeful run that race. Suarez with a win moves up into third. And with his bad run, Clint Bowyer drops to fourth. That'll do it for Richmond, and we will see you next race at the Homestead Road Course.